tissue paper and just simply paste on your strips of black tissue paper onto your mask. And you've seen me do this before. It's just a case of slipping on the glue and pasting on your tissue paper on top of it. And just keep going over the whole of the mask, inside and out, pressing the tissue paper down into those cracks and creases there. And if it comes back up, just paste it back down again like that. And cover the whole of the mask, inside and out, leave it to dry, and you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. The PVA glue and the tissue paper has gone rock solid. And now the good bit, the messy bit. Let's put on the ancient metallic effect. And again, just scrunch up a ball of tissue paper, one blue roll, dip it into some poster paint or acrylic paint. Silver paint works brilliantly for this. And then just use your ball of blue paper, tissue paper, as a brush, and just lightly dab on the metallic effect over the whole of your mask. Just keep dabbing on. And you notice I'm not pressing it down into those cracks and creases. Well, all the black cracks that are left give this great sort of ancient cracked metal effect. And if you like, I've got some gold paint here. You can just pick out some of your features, like on the nose or on the eyebrows or on the eyes, and just with the whole mask in the same way, when it's finished, leave it to dry. It will look something like that. Look at that, an ancient warrior's mask. And you can try gold and silver, or you can try just gold or silver. You see, this one here on the right is just gold paint. What about that one on the left? It's got a helmet on it. And the way I did that is I just scrunched up some newspaper and tissue papered over the top of it. Try yourself an ancient warrior's mask.
Hello, it's me, the head. You'll need the corner of a cardboard box. Then fill up the features with scrap paper and cover the whole lot in black tissue paper and stick it down with PVA glue. Add some silver or gold paint. Do you want to see mine? Oh no! I forgot the cardboard box. Oh!
My name's Rebecca. This is my t-shirt. First we did a rough design, and then I went over it with fabric crayon. Then our teacher ironed it onto our t-shirt, and I coloured it in with fabric paint. My name is Lisa. This is my t-shirt. Paste it with fabric paint.
Oh, fantastic do-it-yourself t-shirt designs there using fabric paint. Now I've been doing a spot of my own t-shirt design research to see if there's any alternative to using those specialist fabric paints. And this is what I came up with. Here's a fantastic design that I did using red poster paint. Unfortunately, it all came out in the wash, so poster paint's no good. This was a little bit better, ordinary felt tip pen, but again the problem was it faded and ran in the wash. This was much better here. Nail varnish using mum's leftovers went on well and survived the wash. The only problem with nail varnish is you can't get many different colours. Unlike acrylic paint, you can get lots of colours, goes on brilliantly and survives the wash. But obviously you don't boil wash any of these. And it was acrylic paint that I used to design my Art Attack t-shirts. And let's face it, they've had a few washes in their time. But the surprise result were these permanent markers and gold pen. If you stick some cardboard inside the t-shirt to stretch it before you do it, it's easier to actually draw onto the pen. It also protects the back of the t-shirt and stops the ink going through. And the technique here is just to do lightly flicked lines like that. Not too much ink on, otherwise it will smell. Another good tip is to just draw your design in pencil before you apply the permanent marker. And if you make a mistake, you just rub it out before committing to the permanent marker. Actually, they can work because they survive the wash. Now obviously, I'll say it again, Don't put it on too hot a wash. Nice gentle wash. You may find that your t-shirt will fade over time, but then it's just simply a case of going over the original lines with your pencil on. Like this. That's good. And see a bit of design at the top there. And that's it. So there it is. Permanent markers and gold pen. Definitely get my thumbs up for jazzing up your old t-shirts. Hey, how'd you make your bedroom look like an Indiana Jones film set? Well, you don't need one of these. You don't need one of these. And you certainly don't need one of these. What you need is an ancient stone frieze. Come and have a look at this. Cut a rectangle of stick card from a cardboard box. Now this measures about 20 by 70 centimetres, but you can make it as big or as small as you like. Then decide what writing you're going to put onto your frieze. Now you could put your initials, or you could put your full name. But I find most of those ancient stone friezes have dates on, especially in Roman numerals. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to write 1993 in Roman numerals. You could put your birth date on or even your telephone number. When you've done your writing, take some strips of masking tape and just very roughly twist the masking tape with a sticky bit on the outside. Just to hold up the tape like that. The idea being you build up your figures into a 3D relief just by sticking the masking tape over the figures. And you don't have to be neat about this. If you haven't got any masking tape, you can always just glue on some string or stick on some plasticine. And when you've gone over the whole of the frieze, you will have something that looks like that. Look at that. And that is perfect because all the letters are now standing up from the board. It's a bit bored though, because I find those ancient stone friezes tended to be a little bit ornate. So, decorate it with just pieces of scrap board and paper. And I'll show you what I've got on here. I've stuck on, just glued on really, some string, thick string. And then I've cut off a toothpaste box, cut it up sort of widthways, stuck that on. And this is mineral water bottle, put that in half. And here, your chocolate box. They're always good. The top of your frieze. And look at this, down here, I found this old doll's head, so I've cut the face off and I just stuck that on as well. So when you've stuck all your bits on, anything you like, oh, and the idea is to create a design that surrounds your letters or your numerals, and so then it sticks out from the board. And when you've done that, very important, you just lay on lengths of blue roll or tissue paper. So just laying them on. Cover the whole of the frieze, and then mix some PVA glue with water, about equal parts, and this is a good one. Just slop on the glue onto your glue paper. Just slopping it on. What happens is the glue disintegrates the tissue paper and just sticks it to the backing card, and with your brush, you just press in for the shape of the frieze. When you've done that, it takes a bit of time to do. When you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. And while it's still wet, very important, you pour on some sand. Now it has to be wet, the glue, so that the sand will stick to it. And if some of it has dried, then just dab on some more glue and wet it again. I'm just going to chuck this on to show you how it's done. Just sprinkle the sand all over your frieze, like that, and then leave it to stand for no more than 2 minutes. It shouldn't dry out, otherwise the sand will soak up all the glue and the whole thing will fall apart. And after 2 minutes, you shake off the excess sand, you have something that looks like that. Look at that. An ancient stone frieze. And it looks good just as it is. Or you could make a couple of them and use them to jazz up your bedroom door. And I've even made some corrugated cardboard columns here I've painted on some PVA glue on the cardboard, sprinkled it with sand, and even made some strips of card into decoration. And you just stick them up around your bedroom door and turn your room into an Indiana Jones bedroom of doom.
Oh, that is nice. Hello, it's me, the head. Stick objects onto cards, cover them with toilet roll, coat them with PVA glue, and finally with sand, and you can make your own ancient Roman frieze. Hey, I know another way to make an ancient Roman frieze. Pull off his toga.
Some of my favourite artifacts can only be described as quite monstrous. They're great fun for me to do, and you seem to love them too. Well, our mailbag is brimming with your requests to see these hideous little beasts yet again. So what could I do? I had to put them in the video because, after all, these are your most wanted.